Hello YouTubers, how are we this beautiful Friday of March 17th? And if we've got any Irish viewers watching this video, happy St. Patrick's Day to you. And of course, I don't need an excuse to drink a pint of Guinness any day of the year. Anyway, today we've got these two lovely Hornby Class 110 DMUs. These are quite vintage girls. I've had these for a long time. The one on track 2, which is going around on the inner track, I've had that since about 94. And recently I got a brand new motor, or a good as new motor, off of eBay, and managed to get that working. And yesterday I gave the wheels a good polish with the Dremel, with the wire brush attachment, and really gave them a good clean. For some reason, when I bought the motor, they had like a really dark kind of colour to them, like a film on the actual tyre itself. And I wasn't too happy about that, and it wasn't running very well, so I cleaned those up, and as you can see, that's vastly improved it. I also actually cut the wire off in between the motor and the bogie pickup and reattached it with a longer piece of wire because it was too taut for my liking, so sorted that out yesterday, and as you can see, the pair of them are running quite well. So let me give you a quick introduction. So those of you who haven't seen this video, obviously, or any of my videos recently, if you're not a regular watcher of my channel, please do hit the like and subscribe button. But if you go back through the videos, you'll see all my construction and design for this layout. It's a very small layout. It's 6x4, it's analog DC, and the track plan is based on a Hornby track plan design. It's basically an up and a down, or a two tracks, basically an up and a down line, as I call it, BNX railway, and a passing loop. And it's very simple to operate, very straightforward, nothing fancy about it, but it is a small little layout. And as you can see, it fits on two very strong folding tables that fit over my bed. And I haven't actually, up until this point on my channel, given an official name for the layout. The last layout I had was called Bentley Park, which was based on a place up in the Cambridge area of the Great Eastern Territory called Bentley. So it was called Bentley Park. This, I've been toying with the idea. It's a bit of a humorous name for the layout I've come up with, but this is the official naming of the layout ceremony. So if you're watching this on YouTube, raise your glasses to the new layout here, and it's officially going to be christened Little Beddington. Little Beddington. It's a joke because it's the layout's very small, it's little, and it's over my bed. Little Beddington. And I live in southeast London, and just down the road in Croydon you got Beddington Lane, where a very dear close friend of mine used to be the signalman at Beddington Lane Halt many years ago in the 60s. Anyway, Little Beddington, I think, is a very nice little name for this layout, Little Beddington. And there's a company on YouTube that do like name plates, like station totem plates, the old BR Star ones, and you can actually get them made up into any name. So I think I'm going to get onto them again and get them to make a name plate for them, stick on the side of the layout, I think. Yeah, Little Beddington. I was going to call it Little Beddington Lane, but I think Little Beddington is quite charming. And it's a little pun, as I said, because it goes over the bed. So there we go. So anyway, guys, look at these lovely Hornby DMUs. These are nice, aren't they? I do like these. The one on track 1 that's just gone past the camera is in box mint condition. This one coming round is the one that I put a new motor in recently. And yesterday I got the Dremel out with the wire brush attachment and gave the wheels an extra polish. For some reason, the seller on eBay who sold me the motor's brilliant, but the tyres were really like a discoloured dark colour, and they weren't picking up, I don't think. So I gave them a polish and basically transformed them back to bare shiny surface, and as you can see, she's all right. The only difference between these two trains is the one on the inside track. I've done a few little custom paint finishes. I've painted the cab interior like a silver colour. The head coat boxes painted black to blank them out, and the heating pipe on, I think, the rear car, and I think the first car I've painted that silver. You'll see it when it comes past the shop as it goes over the level crossing. There we go, that silver heat pipe which is there, that's a little custom paint finish I did. Whereas this unit coming around here, this 3-car here on the outer track, this one as is mint, as in the box condition. Something else I want to talk about today is the tunnel. And there's been a comment or two about this tunnel that I've built over here. Now, I've had to design this tunnel in such a way that it fits on that corner. And being it's a very small layout, it's very difficult to actually put a tunnel on there in terms of where to fit it, because I haven't got a lot of straight track, as you can see. And also the corners are a little bit difficult to set a tunnel on. So I've had to custom sort of fit and design this tunnel myself. And also it fits over the entrance to the passing loop, which is in the centre platform over there. And someone said actually, oh, you know, you could have done more with the tunnel. Well, I didn't want to cover it with too much vegetation on top, and there's a reason for that. If you can see the 2 highest peaks on top of the tunnel there in that shot, basically when the layout is stored vertically, they gently rest against the wall, or the wardrobe should I say, and they're okay because obviously it's plaster bandage underneath with layers of PVA. The thing is, it's very, very solid. It's a very solid construction, so you're not going to damage it. But if I was to put a lot of vegetation on top, what would happen is eventually over a period of time they'd get squished and compacted too much. So that's why I haven't put a lot of vegetation on top. What I might do is maybe get some different colour scatter material, maybe blend some different colours in, but I wanted to leave it a natural sort of rock state, like a very natural sort of rocky sort of tunnel, that sort of appearance. I know I've been a bit of a cheapskate and used the same paint as what I used on my road surfaces, but like I said in previous videos, I'm on a budget at the moment, kind of saving up for a family holiday. I'm a stay-at-home dad, so there's only one of us bringing an income into the household, so you kind of have to sort of watch where you spend the pennies. But anyway, just use what I've got basically, because we're not all we don't have a disposable income, not most of us anyway. And let's face it, this hobby of ours, this model railway lark, it can be quite expensive. So you have to watch where you spend the money and use what you have in the meantime. Anyway, I think it's turned out pretty good so far, and I'm quite happy with the results. And I'm sure there's little bits and pieces that I will do on the layout, so to speak. But for most of us out there, I mean, let's face it, while we're on the subject, I will have a little bit of a rant, because I think that the hobby in general has gone up so much money-wise. I'm not sure if you'll agree, those watching this in the UK or even overseas. I don't know what it's like where you live, where in your part of the world, but over in the UK, the price of model railway rolling stock and locos has gone through the roof. I mean, this year is I think it's the 100th anniversary of the Flying Scotsman, the actual full-size mainline steam locomotive. And Hornby have putting out their die-cast version. It's only £326.99. I mean, I'm sure we can all afford that. Not. It's disgusting. And again, how do you expect a young person in this hobby these days? And I'm going to shout this out. And you may not like what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it, whether it offends anybody or not out there. But how do you expect a young person, say a young boy or a young lady of 10 years old, to go to their mum or their dad, or even if these days, sometimes we know situations are different, they live with the mum or the dad. How do you expect to go to your family and ask for £326, please, mum or dad, because I want to buy that engine, or I want to buy a rake of coaches to go with my locomotive or whatever? It really is a lot of money, even for us adults out there. So I think the hobby is getting very expensive, and I'm starting to lean towards a lot of eBay items and used items that are loved and in very, very good condition, some of them. classic example the other before Christmas is when I bought that Hornby Class 29 little diesel, little Bobo, and the Lima Class 52 Western. I mean, those are really lovely locos, and they run very well. So, like I said, I'm geared towards buying used items these days. Very rarely can I afford these days to buy a brand new item, be it a loco or rolling stock these days, because they're getting so expensive. Like I said, I'm saving for a family holiday this summer, so that's where the money's gone in the pot at the moment, because we haven't had a holiday. Well, I haven't had a holiday since 2011. So, unfortunately, I had to give up my job to look after my daughter and be a stay-at-home dad full-time while my wife goes out to work. So, you know, sometimes you have to watch where you spend the money, and you just do what you can with the hobby. But considering I haven't done too badly so far, I built this little layout. It's quite a modest little size layout, and I can have hours of fun with this. But yeah, Hornby at the moment, oh, they're just so expensive. I know on social media, like Hattons keep plugging the newest releases from this company or that company. Oh, it's only this. Oh, it's only that much money. It's, you know, we've got the cost of living crisis going on in the world at the moment. Everyone's affected by the economy because of the war in the Ukraine, and it's affected everything. Price of food, price of fuel, everything has gone up. So we have to do, unfortunately, what we can do with the hobby. Unless you're earning mega bucks and you can afford to go out and spend £326 on the loco. I want to give a shout out on this YouTube channel, actually. Let me just stop this a minute, hang on. Let's just make some movements here. So let's bring that DMU to a stop over there. And let's park, or stable, should I say. Let's just put that over there. Look at that, that's a nice parallel shot. Look at that, that's nice. Before I go, I want to give a shout out on this YouTube channel to a really lovely little company. It's a model railway shop you can get online, and also you can go and visit in person. And the name of that company, you know, I'm not ashamed to say it, it's called Rocket Railways. Go check them out, because they are really, really good. They've got some very good bargains, a lot of brand new stuff, but also a vast collection of used stuff. And we all love used model railway products, especially if they're in really good, decent condition. There's some people out there that will buy a really heap of junk. Maybe it's not the right word to use, but maybe it's something that needs a good amount of loving, tender care and repair, and you want to invest some time in restoring it. And it can be done. I've seen some cracking videos. There's a chap up in Scotland somewhere. There's this Salt 6233, which is a Society of Restoration of Trains, I believe. There's a Scottish guy. He does amazing things with old Triang stuff and Trix Twin and all that sort of thing. But yeah, there's people out there that do buy locos that are falling to pieces under spares and repairs, and get them really up to speed and up to scratch. That's something I don't dabble in too much. But I love second-hand stuff. It's great. I mean, if you can buy something that's used but is in good condition, it just needs a damn good clean and service, and it works. Hey, you know, why not? And it's also collectible as well. I'm finding a lot of the old vintage. I'm getting attracted to a lot of the older vintage Hornby stuff these days. A lot of the stuff that was sort of made in the 70s, like these two items here that I've just been running around on the layout. You know, because what you're going to do these days, as mentioned, the cost of things are going up. Now, people don't always have the money to spend on the hobby. So you have to do what you can do with what you got. It's like the old days, isn't it? Before my time, but people out there that started modelling sort of Hornby 00 and Triang back, and you know, people in those days where you just had lucky if you had a ball in the house somewhere, a baseboard you could set up and have the trains running and do it yourself, you know. But anyway, that's my rant over for Friday. Hope you have a lovely weekend to you all out there, wherever you're watching from. Thank you very much for watching the video today. Tomorrow is Saturday, so I probably will set this all up again tomorrow and do some more running, some more videos. But I thought I'd get this out on a Friday. And yeah, that's that's really it from me. And thank you again. I can't thank you again for watching enough the channel and all your kind words and support. Have a great one. All the best. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Make sure you have a glass of Guinness if you're a drinker. If not, then just have a lovely Friday. Anyway, I'm going to close the video now and we're going to get some more trains running. Okay, take care.